I'm Kayla Graves, and we're going to be doing a fecal now. We have a newer system rather than the one where you kind of take and push it through the strainer and everything. This is a lot simpler. It's just a little tube that connects together, and you just kind of smush up the poop inside there. So it works really well. It's a lot cleaner. Doesn't take anywhere near as much time, and you get results a lot quicker. So one thing we like to do is we label the container with the animal's name, do the animal's name and then the owner's last name, and then on this we'll just go ahead and I'm just going to fill it up to the first line, and then into just a small amount. Okay, just fill this up with your fecal sample, and then squish it down in here. Alright, then we're going to take this other portion of the device and we just click it in here, and then you're going to fill it up a little bit more with the Sheather solution, and then that's all. A lot simpler. So if you follow me over here, we're going to go put it in our centrifuge and we're going to balance it out. We already got one in here. So we just put that in there and snap it down, and it works a lot better with having a towel on top to help add a little bit of weight. And we have it timed, and we just hit the start button and it'll run. So that's going to run for 6 minutes. Then we're going to take it out. We're going to sit it down over here with a slide on top, and with these newer ones you only have to let it sit for about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to go ahead and take it off and read it under the microscope. Alright, so our fecal is now done spinning, so I'm going to go ahead and take that out, and we're going to place a cover slip on the top of it. Alright, so we have that clipped down where everything's sitting on the top underneath the cover slip. And so we're going to go ahead and let that sit for about 15 minutes, and then we'll place it on the slide and look at it underneath the microscope. Alright, so I have my slide here and our sample has been sitting. So I'm going to go ahead and place the cover slip on top of here, and then we're going to look at it underneath the microscope to see if we see any parasites or what. You can see, always see a lot of different things. You always have lots of air bubbles, and sometimes you can actually see pollen on here that looks like kind of like a Mickey Mouse head, I guess you could say. So there's always, sometimes it's hard to distinguish what's on there, especially when you're first starting to look at fecal, because there's always so much different material on here. Once you get the hang of it, it usually goes by rather quickly. So far, I'm not seeing anything. This is an older dog that is on monthly heartworm preventative, which we do an Iverhart Max, so it deworms them every month as well. So you wouldn't really expect to see much on here, but you just never know in case the owner forgets to give it a month and they get into a dead animal carcass or anything like that. Alright, and I do not see anything, so we're going to go ahead and just throw our sides into the trash. And then we have a bag that we keep our fecals in. It's just kind of a little biohazard bag. So I'm just going to put that in there, and then we'll throw it into the trash. We have a couple of little examples on here of different things that you can find. I live in Wyoming, and you don't see a whole lot of parasites. Roundworms is probably the main one that we see. We do see tapeworms. But that's usually about it. We don't see a whole lot of these other ones that are more common down in the south and such. But you have your Toxicariidae and Canis, which is your canine feline roundworms that you find commonly. Hookworms we do see occasionally. Whipworms maybe once or twice a year. I don't think I've ever honestly seen a lungworm or a lung fluke or an intestinal fluke. A lot of those are more, rare ones. We do see Giardia fairly often. Occasionally we do see Coccidia, but it's always nice to have this up here to reference since we don't see stuff a whole lot. We see maybe one positive fecal a month or so. We don't see a whole lot, so which is kind of nice. Definitely good that people are deworming their animals and everything, but once again, it just kind of has a lot to do with, I think, the area that we live in as well. So.